part 5 of who the bleep did I hand my health over to? I guess the reason that I'm calling these videos that, like, who did I hand my health over to, is because that's what I feel like my mother did. I feel like, you know, she comes from a generation that, you know, trusted these things. And during that time, like way back in the day, I don't think there was any reason not to. A lot of things have changed. And, you know, I just feel like we have sort of, or especially, you know, her and, you know, people of her age, and even myself, like, I feel like, you know, I'm in my 40s and I feel like I still fall into that category and have, but, you know, a lot of us just trust the system and trust, you know, why wouldn't we? And we kind of hand our health over to other people. You know, we definitely need advice. We need testing. We need to understand ourselves. We need to be educated. We need all of those things, and we can get those things from, you know, these people. But we also have to remember who's really in charge, and that is us. Like, at the end of the day, it's us. Just because we're given something doesn't mean we have to take it. Just because somebody says this is what it is, like, doesn't mean that it's like you have to abide. We can see if it's going to make sense for us, but we also want to see, like, what else we're eating, what else we're putting into our bodies. Because here's another little tidbit that I don't know if a lot of people know, but one of the main foods that interacts with medications, with prescription medications, is grapefruit. And a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people would never think that, you know, just this random fruit or the fruit juice could have, could create adverse side effects because of certain medications that they're on. So you want to really know about what you're putting into your body. I'm not saying don't ever take them, because a lot of them do work. A lot of them are amazing. But you still want to know that even though it's an amazing medication, you could be eating or drinking something that could create adverse side effects. It creates severe allergic reactions. It can create different firestorms in the gut. And grapefruit is something that you need to look into. Look into medications that are that have issues with grapefruit, because for whatever reason, it's one of the things. And so it's not just medication to medication. It is, it's everything we put in our body, right? There are certain things we eat and drink. That's why they say, like, don't drink alcohol with certain medications, you know, don't eat certain foods, don't whatever. It's all chemicals at the end of the day. Like, a food is still some form of chemical. And when we start mixing chemicals in our body, you're going to see certain things happen in certain ways. Sometimes it's positive and sometimes it's negative. So we just really have to be aware, like, what it comes down to, and especially what I'm telling my mom, like, you know, I worked with her for 3.5 days straight of, you know, just becoming more mindful. I'm like, this is what we're doing. This is the new routine that you're creating. And it's basically a mindfulness routine. I'm like, you know, you're going to chew these, you're going to wait 20 minutes, no more, no less. You're going to eat this food, this very specific food, this non-reactive food. You're going to walk around. You know, you're gonna, you know, we're gonna get you some magnesium and your potassium and calcium and things like that. And, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you need to pay attention to how things are reacting, because even supplementation, even supplements that could be considered better for you, it might not work for you. So you need to know, like, did you get itchy? Did you get a headache? Did you feel you know, dizzy? Like, anything that's coming on, even with supplementation, you have to pay attention to, and you have to become more mindful of what you're ingesting and what it's doing to your body. So a lot of it is just a mindfulness practice. It's, we do things mindlessly, and we hand our health over to other people, and you know, and when we do that, we disconnect from ourselves. And when we're disconnected from ourselves, we become out of tune, we become out of balance, and then you mix all these things together physiologically, and you're legitimately out of balance. And it's really, you have to come back and find that balance. And it takes time. It takes a lot of time. I will, end on the positive note with this by saying that again, for people who are suffering from these things, like if you are on these PPI medications and you are still suffering after years of taking these, the one thing that I have learned through this deep dive is that a supplement called DGL and slippery elm. These two things, again, DGL and slippery elm, have worked wonders for people. Like wonders, wonders, wonders. And they were the thing that helped people wean off this medication. And that's what we're doing for my mom right now. And it's actually helping. She's getting relief from her heartburn. You know, and mind you, like this has been like a hardcore 10-year, like very sick issue. And, you know, she's already finding relief. They don't recommend, you know, again, just quitting like that because it can cause problems. So you want to find something in the meantime. And again, talk to your healthcare provider and make sure you're doing it correctly. You know, I'm going to be going with her to her doctor and explaining all this to her because I'm not just going to hijack her either, because I don't want her to hand her health over to me either, because that would be hypocritical, right? Like I want her to just understand that she, at the end of the day, has control, and we can take it back and we can incorporate all of it, right? It's holistic. It's using the medical doctors and their expertise while also staying in tune with who we are, and also using other homeopathic things that are proven to work as well. So, you know, if you are suffering from this, like please look into DGL, because it's, I just feel so strongly about this because of what, you know, my mom has been through, what we just went through. And, you know, if we can find an alternative that works, and I know it's working for other people as well, I do think we should share it. So, you know, please, you know, comment, message, share what you can, and let's like all work collectively together to help people out who are put on these medications that are creating suffering. I don't like it. I just feel like, you know, the quote that comes to mind to me is, you know, the only way evil can triumph is if good men and women do nothing. And I feel like that has been at play here. And that's why, to me, I feel like I need to speak up and speak out. And it seems a little dramatic, but to me, I mean, this is so insane and so important to me that I can't sit back and do nothing, because then it triumphs, and we can't have evil triumphing because we sit back and do nothing. It's not okay. And I want, you know, I'm hoping that people can watch these videos and take from it a little bit more empowered and a little bit more aware. And I'm not saying go exactly and do what I say, like, you know, exactly, but I just encourage you to read up on it. Go down the rabbit hole and read up on it, because it's right there. It's in black and white. It's trusted sources. It's all of the things. And, you know, make your educated make your educated decision, because it's your body. And if you are suffering and you are in pain, like, you know, the way I coach people is like, you can do this. Like, you can change it. Like, your body is built to heal itself. And there are things out there that are designed to help not heal you, but to aid in the body's healing. And certain things are out there that can happen. And these medications are not it. They're making things worse. And we're not doing that this year. We're not making things worse this year, making things better. So thank you for listening. I think I'm going to end it here because honestly, I'm parched and I'm going to get some water and food. Please share, comment, message me if you are one of these people. Because I know there's so many people out there, and I just don't want another person to suffer like my mom has, and I don't want her to suffer anymore. And I just want people to be well, and I want good men and women to do something. And let's spread the word, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Sending so much love to you guys. Good health, prosperity in this new year, healthy healing, healthy well-being, and love to you all. So talk soon. Bye.